Alô? E aí, rapaziada, boa noite, como é que vocês estão? Hoje tem tela de espera não. E aí, virou lá Stories? Chegou. Chegou. Praga de um motoqueiro. Ô, o jogo tá bonito, hein? Caraca, agora eu consigo enxergar, maluco. Eu consigo ver as rachaduras de tinta agora do quadro.
What God make flowers
Good day to you.
They not for food.
Hey, Henry!
Opa, já foi. Não sei como tá aí pra vocês na transmissão, mas pra mim tá mais fluido agora a imagem. E também a taxa de coisa absurda.
Look what I have for you.
E agora eu consigo enxergar com 100% do monitor.
Henry! You have no idea how glad I am to see you alive and all in one piece. I was really worried about you. I prayed to Our Lady the Protector to watch over you in Kuttenberg. It's good she heard my pleas.
Thanks for putting in a good word. It definitely came in handy, because it wasn't nice at all. Lots of violence and death, countless foes. We could have easily kicked the bucket any moment.
God damn! What happened there?
I don't know if words are enough. Simply... it was just like Scallis. Confusion, screaming, dying, and then the flames. The worst part came when the gate fell. It was as if the bloody gates of perdition opened for a moment, and hell surged into the world.
God protect us! God damn it! I should have gone there too. I could have been some use at least.
I'm always glad to fight by your side, but you wouldn't have changed anything there. There were too many of them. And when the whole street was thronged, there was no stopping it. All we could do was try to hold back Eric's people as long as possible, so the locals could flee to the synagogue. See, there's a hidden tunnel inside it, leading out of the city.
Fucking tunnels! Ugh. But thank Christ for them. What about Liechtenstein?
He's fine. And he managed to get those mysterious documents of his out. He left with the survivors for Colleen.
Praise God. He's from an old and glorious house. It'd be a dreadful pity if he got left behind. The main thing is you got out. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to thank you properly for coming to Malashov for me.
No need to thank me.
I beg to disagree, my brave and faithful companion. First and foremost, be it known that if you should ever similarly find yourself in captivity, I swear before our Lord Jesus Christ that I shall come for you as you came for me. And secondly, I have something here for you. A truly knightly reward for your knightly deed. A hunting bow that has no equal in the province. I hope you like writing your thoughts after all those horrors. It can fell the mightiest buck deer and enchant many a doe. And besides, it has attached to it an enlightening history.
Well, I'm honoured. Thank you, friend. Just a moment. This bow looks familiar. I believe I saw it among Margrave Yob's things.
Good heavens. You really don't miss anything, do you? When I found out that Yobs would gladly leave me locked up, it got my blood up. So, to pay him back, I relieved him of the bow in Raborsh. And it was immediately clear to me that that bow should go to none other than you.
Tá bom.
And that is certainly just, I'd say.
I knew we'd see eye to eye. It'd be great to try that bow out right away. We could ride out together on the hunt. Wine, bacon, wine, the deep woods, a quiver full of arrows, wine. Shoot some deer and celebrate with wine. Like we used to do back home.
We only went hunting together once.
But it was memorable. Don't tell me you wouldn't like to do it again. Because, as you yourself heard, there's no reasonable mission here for the noble lord of Leiper and Perkstein. So all I can do is head to the woods and make sure we don't die of hunger here. You'll come with me, right? We promised Shishka some meat, after all.
Não, você prometeu, mas tá, vamos lá.
That's a good idea, actually. Where should we go?
I found this great spot in the forest near Bohunjevitz, an abandoned hunter's camp. I thought you might like to come with me, have a drink, chat, and do some hunting. What's more, it's on the way to Sigismund's camp.
Vamos lá.
Let's go then.
Great. Saddle your horse and get ready. I can smell the game from here.
Pra mim mudou foi nada. Acho que esse teu monitor foi propaganda enganosa. Certamente, pô. Enganei todos vocês. Opa, esse cavalo aqui não é meu, não.
Muito afiado!
You have a kind master, eh, Mutt?
Ah, 130 só de poder. Tudo bom, cara. E aí, você? Como é que você tá?
Ah, can you smell that? Freedom!
E a câmera desconectou. Beleza. Não precisei me levantar.
I smell a big roe deer. Maybe even a stag.
How about a wager on who kills more game?
I'd rather not. You know how it ends up when we make bets.
If you're talking about the cock-up at the pond.
No, I meant that bet back in Ratai. When we made a bet to see who could bag more hares, remember?
Well, of course I do. I won.
Ganhou não, quem ganhou foi eu.
Nah, in your dreams. I bagged twice as many hares as you, but I was talking about the humans who caught you and tied you to a tree.
Aye. That's something I'd rather forget. It wouldn't happen to us now, though. We're far too experienced. It's not long ago we were brawling in a tavern, and now look at us. It's amazing how much we've been through together.
Aye, right. We were nearly killed at the pond. We got into a fight at a wedding. A tower collapsed on us.
But we've also met some good people and fought for a good cause. Don't forget.
Yeah. When we tell our story back at home.
The girls will be throwing themselves at us.
Don't you think you should take a break from the lasses? Remember how it turns out. A jealous husband nearly drowned you once.
Bloody arse and balls.
Yeah, and after that, there was the hacked-off butcher.
You mean when I was courting Carolina? That was your fault. You were feeding me the wrong verses.
Oh, sorry about that. But I hope you won't be so busy with wenches you forget your old mates.
No chance of that. The world's full of pretty wenches, but a good friend. Once you find one, you have to hold on to him. You remember what I told you before the Cumans caught me, don't you?
Lembro.
Something about minions, wasn't it? It's always helpful to have a minion at hand.
That's right. And I'd say you're a lot more than just my minion these days. But that's enough chat. It's still a fair way to the camp. How about we go a bit faster?
Bora.
Let's go.
Agora com esse monitor da NASA, a live não pode crashar mais. Ah, mano, eu espero que seja esse o fim de todos os problemas. A câmera já discordou. Enquanto eu conseguir só desativar e ativar de volta a câmera, eu não vou me levantar para poder desplogar lá do USB.
Wait, can you hear that? There are people in the camp. Bloody hell! Soldiers! Sigismund's men, judging by the colours. Shit, and there's a dead body.
Ai, ai. A câmera tá empenhada em tirar meu sossego hoje.
There, by the tree. A local hunter, probably. He must have stumbled across them. Those bastards will pay for this. We came here to hunt. So let's hunt.
Are you sure? There's quite a lot of them. I'd rather not end up tied to a tree like you did in Rattay that time.
Come on. We can handle this motley bunch.
All right, but I'll do it on my own. Nice and quiet.
What about me? Am I supposed to just sit and watch?
You'll be ready to back me up if things get messy.
Oh, all right then. Just get rid of them.
Tilka from Caddis's Mill. Aye. Yeah? Strange. Suppose it was nothing. I heard something. I must be mad.
Yeah?
Sod off!
Falei feliz, satisfeito, eu tô felizão, mano. Imagem bonita à parte. Eu finalmente consegui enxergar com o monitor inteiro. Não só 20% dele.
What?
E tu acha que a gente tem que conseguir ver alguma coisa naquele teu histórico? Deu pra ver o monitor, não deu? Eu botei qualquer tela lá só pra não ficar meu papel de parede. Mais ou menos? Tá bom. Eu não sou fotógrafo. Cadê o outro cara? São 5 caras. Já foram 4. Cadê o quinto? Olha ele ali. O que você tem?
We should discuss what to do now.
Aham. Assim que eu terminar de lutear o que é meu por direito. Segura as pontas aí.
Come here. What now?
Calma aí, cara.
And that's that. I didn't expect you to manage it that easily.
Oh, you shouldn't underestimate me.
All right, all right.
Shouldn't we tell Zizka about what happened here?
Why? There's not much to tell, really.
All right. Nobody needs to know.
My thoughts exactly.
And what about the dead bodies?
Well, I suppose we should bury them, eh? They may have been bastards, but we shouldn't leave them to the wolves.
What now? Make camp and go hunting?
I don't know. I seem to have lost my mood for it. But we promised to bring some meat, didn't we?
Oh, these fellas were just skinning a doe. That should do it.
All right? Let's cut it up and take it back to Devil's Den. We'll go together, right?
Oh,
Of course.
All right. You take care of the dough. I'll start digging a grave.
What do you make of this Brabant fellow?
He's unquestionably a remarkable knight, that Vakelin. He rambles on a lot, though. My head nearly burst listening to him sometimes. Although it was better than being stuck there alone. Otherwise, he seems to me like a bold and worldly gentleman, if a little obsessed with wealth.
I agree. He seems quite likeable. And he's got a score to settle with Sigismund, like we do.
He certainly has.
What happened when von Bergov hauled you off after the Nabokov battle?
It was a dreadful journey. Jesus, don't even remind me. It was a bit better in Malashov. Apart from being locked up, of course.
Did anything happen along the way?
No, but it took ages to get to Malashov. 4 or 5 days in that god-awful cart. I was travelling with von Owlet's minions. They hauled me in one of the wagons. They treated my wounds a bit, but I was still in a really bad way. After that battle and all.
What did they do with you in Malashov?
Nothing much, actually. They took care of my wounds, and then stuck me in a room with Brabant. But they treated me decently, as befits a noble. Von Bergov came asking questions a couple of times, but that was about it. Only I almost went mad from being cramped in that damned room. It's a good thing you got me out of there.
What was the problem with the room?
That I couldn't get out of there. You saw yourself when you came for me, didn't you? It's just that since Nabokov, when they shot the tower right down on my head and I was stuck there. Well, since then, I don't feel well in cramped spaces.
Virou claustrofóbico.
Actually, I never did. I always preferred to be outdoors. But since Nabokov, it's worse than ever. I had a feeling the roof would fall on my head again and I'd be buried alive.
Mas parece ser justo uma torre desabou em cima dele, né? Depois de um tiro de canhão, então...
What did von Bergov want from you?
Just the usual courtesies. The captivity of nobles has to observe certain formalities, you know? It's not like they could just throw you in some hole. They behaved fairly respectfully, but of course he was fishing for information. About Radzig and Hanush, and especially Jobst. What they're planning, how many men they have on the field, who else they're negotiating with, and that.
And what did you tell him?
Nothing that he didn't already know. I played as dumb as the village idiot. I only told him they sent us with that message and discussed the rest when we were gone.
And did he swallow it?
I think he suspected I was bluffing a bit, and then he tried to loosen my tongue by letting me go hungry for a while. But he soon gave up when he saw he was getting nothing more from me.
My word. Nice work keeping him at bay. I understand. It's a bit awkward for you that the nobility lives in castles.
That's a fact. Once I get my hands on my estates, I'll build a new castle that only has huge rooms and lots of spacious courtyards. And above all, no secret passages.
Great. I'm really looking forward to this new castle of yours.
You can be the castellan or something. Don't worry, I won't forget you. I'll even have a forge built so you feel right at home.
They didn't let you out at all. But you were in that room for ages.
No. They let us walk around the fortress a bit. We even went out for a ride twice, but they watched us like hawks. Not a chance of escape. But most of the time we were in that room. Like I say, I'm really glad you got me out of that hole.
But the main thing is, you're alive and kicking. And back with us.
Indeed.
The camp might be pretty dangerous. You got any advice for me?
Catherine's the one who knows about spying and that kind of thing. But it won't do us any harm if you make yourself useful there. I don't expect you'll just blurt out to them where they can find us, but loitering around the camp, peeking here and there, that's always suspicious, so watch it.
Taking Malashov won't be easy. How do you plan to do it?
You'll find out in good time, don't worry. First, I have to talk it through with Dry Devil, though. With a bit of luck, we'll get inside the castle unobserved at night, and then we'll manage somehow.
What about that cannon you sent me for?
We'll keep that in reserve in case anything fucks up. And believe me, something always fucks up.
Pô, o Gisca podia ser um instrutor, né? De arma pesada, principalmente.
Hey, innkeeper, that beer.
You have a kind master, eh, Mutt?
Cacheiro viajante. Cadê ele? Aquele sujeito ali.
Whoa!
Who are you?
Do you not recognize a wayfarer when you see one, young fella?
I'm just being careful. You have to watch yourself these days.
You couldn't be more right.
And what brings you this way?
My itchy feet. I wander the world, watch what's going on, buy and sell things. While we're at it, you want to buy anything? I might have something you'd like.
Ele não tinha algo que eu gostasse.
Greetings, my friend. How about looking at my wares? You're sure to find something to your liking here.
Tell me instead, what tidings do you have of the world?
Something new every day. Take that new priest over in Prague. Goes by the name of Huss, and if you heard him, now that's what I call a sermon. He's not afraid to scold anyone. He says the church fleeces believers, and that it's not right.
Have you heard him preach?
That I have. He was at St. Michael's one time. Nowadays, you'd have to go to Bethlehem Chapel to see him, but it's well worth it. If you're ever in Prague, you should take a look. That fellow's born to be a cardinal, or a pope. Then you'll be able to tell your children you remember him when he was a plain old priest. Well, I'll be on my way.
must be mad.
Ah, não.
I heard. Fuck you, whore!
Now that's what I call
Show what you're made of. Jesus Christ! Show your stuff.
Right, you'll pay for that. Christ, I'm hit. Show what you're made of. Take. You can't stand up to this.
I'm all yours.
Watch and learn.
I've been waiting.
Ah, aqui não tem tocha, não.
Here, mutt.
Good boy. Good boy.
Oh,
You're a dead man! Alert! Alert!
ótimo. Parabéns pelo monitor novo, Robson que me disse. Valeu, Rio. Ó, a conquista aí da com a ajuda da galera do canal e meu pai, né? Meu pai também ajudou. Inteirou a grana. Aí agora eu consigo enxergar tudo na tela. Sem falar que a imagem tá linda, cara. Mas esse é o bônus. Fofoqueiro esse vídeo. Ah, quem fala? Robson mal dando a cotinha, velho. Sai espalhando pra galera. Ih, vai acordar o cara. Não acordou. Você viu que fulano tá com monitor novo? Menino, nem te conto. Dona Cotinha. E aí, Gene? Cara, eu acho meio absurdo que meu nível de furtividade tá tão alto que eu consigo me esgueirar uma full plate, tá ligado? Eu acho que ficou um pouco roubado. E aí, em tese, eu não preciso mais de um set de carisma e nem um set de furtividade. Eu já tenho 30 de carisma aqui com a minha full plate e aparentemente eu consigo me esgueirar com a full plate.
Good boy. Good boy. Here you go. Take it.
Sorriam e acenem, rapazes. Sorriam e acenem.
E aí, Pimenta? Aí, mano, valeu a recomendação, cara. A imagem tá linda, bicho. Sucesso, sucessaço. Chegou, o Bel chegou, tá em uso já, pô, tá trabalhando já. Que imagem, cara. Putz. Assim, de novo. Eu queria só pra poder enxergar, tá ligado? Mas cara, a imagem tá muito bonita. Eu não esperava. Eu não esperava essa qualidade não, cara. Eu esperava alguma melhoria, eu não esperava que fosse tanto. Fizesse tanta diferença. Esse monitor é com HDR e sRGB e tudo que é frufru aí, né? Eu acho que é, cara. Ele é cheio do Tome Toque. HDR10 sRGB 99% e DisplayPort. Eu tô usando ele pelo DisplayPort. Usar com DisplayPort é outra vida, muito superior ao HDMI. Eu não sabia. E botou pra ele trabalhar no 180 Hz, como é que faz isso? Tem que mudar alguma coisa? Não é só plugar e ligar e deixa o menino brincar, não? No Windows ou na placa de vídeo. Configuração de monitor. Taxa de atualização 180, já tá. Olha, mano, que jogo bonito. A noite tá muito bonita.
Uou!
Antes a cor tava toda chapada, tá ligado? Sei lá.
Good to see you.
Oba.
God be with you.
Oh,
How's
you
the watch
tooch.
going?
Not bad so far.
Eu quero um peitoral desse aqui. Só que preto.
I'm telling you, ain't I? Your men smashed all my pictures.
Agora vai dar pra ver os zumbis
And
no
on
PZ. Vai.
top of that, they drank nearly
Eu
a
saí do
whole
estado
barrel
de
of
neblina
wine.
permanente.
And poor Dorota had to flee to the woods. hostages. She's lucky she got away with her honor intact.
I see. We pay everything and punish very hard. Who was there?
How am I supposed to know their names? 5 of them there was. All in your
Here you go.
uniform.
Take it.
Quiet now. I'm only asking.
Like them drunks will tell you anything if you threaten them with a whipping.
They tell me.
You're my doggy, eh?
I know you. I see you before.
Me? No, you're mistaking me for someone else.
Now, Zudnakam, where we know us from?
We met at the council meeting in Kuttenberg. You came with the king, remember?
Vegan! You bring drinks, but why you not here?
Because of Sigismund. I wanted to serve him. You know, it's not that often I get to serve wine to the king himself.
If you say, but I not believe it much. I watch you now.
Se aquele cara ali causar problema, vamos ter que sumir com ele. Agora não vai aparecer zumbi do nada e atacar o amiguinho enquanto tu tá ocupado. Assim, aparecer vai, saca? Só que eu vou poder ver.
There you are.
Henry? What are you doing here?
Zizka sent me. Is there somewhere we can talk? In private, I mean.
Oh, my Christ. Oh, you've come up with another plan, haven't you? All right. But you better come this evening. We're too easily seen right now.
Tá bom. A Mel ouviu uma confusão na rua e queria participar.
Savage invited all his men. Like I said, we were away. Savage sent us to find some bastard who's been ambushing travellers. So, how was it? Did Yezek come back and try his luck again?
Who knows where the devil he's gone? Some lad was here and said he was going to fight on his behalf.
And what did Savage do?
What could he do? His honor was at stake.
And how did it go? Did Savage sort him out like he did Yezek?
Friend, that lad won.
You're yanking my pizzle.
I swear on all that's holy. Savage gave him a scene to in one duel, but the other two, he didn't have a chance.
To hell with it. Nothing happens all week, and then as soon as I leave for a moment...
O fogo... Tá travado pra vocês também? Ele só... A animação dele só fica de jeito quando eu dou Alt Tab. Por que será? Alguém sabe me explicar? Algum manjador das manjarias? Olha lá. O fogo congela. Mas só da fogueira, as velas estão funcionando. Ô moço, a fogueira aqui tá quebrada. E só aquela. Rapaziada. Robson, não é bug.
Sorriam e acenem, rapazes. Sorriam e acenem.
Não é bug. Se liga. Sabe o que é aquilo? É um easter egg de Chrono Cross. Aquela lá é a Frozen Flame. Foi boa, hein? Foi boa, hein? Fala tu. Vou te dizer que tem easter egg de Chrono Trigger no No Man's Sky, sério? Qual que é? Eu nunca vi.
Good day to you. What would you like? I'll have a look at the wares. Em uma construção tem a opção no diálogo, ativar gatilho do tempo. Ó, maneiro.
Word about the price.
Well, I suppose we can try.
What would you say to this?
You won't convince me with this.
You're bleeding me dry, you know that.
That's almost an acceptable price. Almost. You see? I knew we'd make a deal. I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
Não, deixei aqui no chão, não é isso não. Ah, foi pro cavalo. Menos um.
Greetings to you.
Tudo.
I saw the arena and the stands and thought to myself, this looks like a tournament, eh?
You're too late, lad. There used to be competitions here almost every day. Bets flying left and right. But that's been over for quite some time.
Okay.
All you can do now is a bit of archery. They haven't banned that yet.
Why'd they ban it?
Captain von Howlitz and Lord von Berghoff heard blokes were killing each other here.
You fought with sharp weapons?
Of course not. That was forbidden. But the Cumans fucked it all up. The fucking vermin.
So what happened then?
One of our companies went against the Cumans. It's a fight like any other. But those fuckers had a score to settle with us and brought sharp weapons. Our fellas came away from there in bad shape. Most of them never recovered. And then Command banned the fights.
So that's it then? No more tournaments?
Aye, probably. Because that wasn't the first cock-up. Cumans, Germans, Praguers, they all hate each other and are always at each other's throats. But without the tournaments and betting, the blokes don't have anything to do anymore, and they're starting to get testy. Now their camp is starting to look more and more like a wasp's nest. But you'll see for yourself soon enough.
So there won't be any fighting. That's all I need to know.
Take care, friend.
Nothing to your liking, sir?
Meio fraca a seleção aí, hein? Só isso que eu tenho pra dizer.
Amigas, te juro ya luz.
A knight held captive here died recently. Peter of Sukatleski. Do you know anything about that?
Ah, yes. He was in poor shape when they brought him in. But if they had let me treat him, I might have been able to save him.
What was wrong with him?
I only saw him very briefly. But it was obvious he was in bad shape. He was pale. His eyes were bloodshot. He was acting like he had been hit very hard on the head.
So it really was illness that killed him then?
Well, partly. But mostly it was negligence and disrespect for human life.
Did they forbid you from treating the prisoner?
No. Not directly, anyway. But let us say they made it very clear to me that the wounded from the king's army were the priority. And there is no shortage of them.
But there hasn't been a battle for some time.
Exactly. They are bored. So they get drunk and knock each other's teeth out or strain their backs in the baths.
Are you certain that knight could still be helped? Might treating him have been pointless?
Only Allah can cure the ill. I can lessen their pain, put them into a deep sleep or such. But who am I to decide whether or not the pain will return? Or if they will wake up from their sleep? I do have plenty of experience, though. And I think I can recognize who has a chance of surviving and who does not.
Thank you. I'm going now. You said you're an explorer?
I did indeed. From Timbuktu, I went to Holy Mecca. From the Emirate of Granada to Venice. And from there to the court of Sultan Bayezid of the Osmans. Until I ended up at the court of King Sigismund.
Where is this Mali? And what's it like?
Similar to your country, yet completely different. You mine silver, we gold. But in our country, it would never happen that we allow foreigners into our mines. Overall, it is safer in our country. Nobody will waylay you on your journey. And we treat women with greater respect and set great store by learning.
Well, it's not all that bad here, though, is it?
I admit that there are some things I envy you for. Like what you can do with stone.
What is Mecca like? I've heard people from all over the world go there.
Mainly followers of the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. Praise be his name. But the journey is dangerous. I was robbed and arrived in the city as a pauper. Fortunately, I was helped by a couple of my compatriots. But even so, I did not spend long there. Let us say that I was foolish then, and foreign customs took me by surprise. I went to Cairo, where I learned geography and law, so that I would be better prepared the next time. But I never went back to Mecca.
Why not?
I would rather not talk about this, my friend. All I can say is that there are a few rich men and their beautiful wives who I do not want to meet again.
You were in Granada? Where is that?
Go west from here until you reach the sea, then south to a place called Peninsula Iberica. But I would not go there if I were you. The magnificent Alhambra Palace is forbidden to Christians like you. It is a pity in any case. Such a beautiful and rich country, yet bathed in so much blood.
Blood?
Yes. Sultan Mohammed must constantly repel attacks from the north. That is why I started studying physics, in fact. I wanted to make an impression on the Sultan because swords and cannons are not for me. Let others cut off heads. I can sew them back on again.
Where is Venice, in fact?
You do not know, my friend? Educate yourself a little. It is not far from here, on the other side of the Alps. Remember that learning is like a garden. If you do not tend it, it cannot bear fruit. Venice is an incredible city that floats on the sea, like a huge stone ship. People from all over the world go there to trade. I help them as a translator, especially for Christian envoys from Ethiopia on a pilgrimage to Rome. If only you could have seen their glorious arrival in the city. Their procession stretched from the port to the city center, and they had live leopards as a gift for the king of Venice. But I did not stay long. I, who was accustomed to the Sultan's court, being asked to live among sailors? Out of the question.
How did you come to be with the Osmans?
By complete chance. In Venice, I joined an expedition that was heading to India, but we were attacked by pirates. Fortunately, I was saved by Sultan Bayezid's warship, though it did not seem like good fortune at the time. You must understand that there are not many of my countrymen among the Osmans. The last time was probably in the days of Mansa Musa. But the Sultan soon found out that I had lived among Europeans, and I could talk to all the envoys who came to him. So I became useful.
So why didn't you stay there?
Because we were about to be overwhelmed by the Golden Horde, led by the butcher named Timur. I had quite enough of war in Granada. So when envoys from Hungary came to the Sultan, I managed to persuade them to take me away with them.
What's Sigismund's court like?
I would also like to know that, my friend. But I am stuck here. One would think that the king would value physicians and sages who have traveled the world. But no. He did not even make me his personal physician. He prefers to trust your quacks and sent me here.
It's reckless to speak about Sigismund like that.
I do not think so, my friend, since it is unlikely you will ever get a chance to complain to him.
And how do you like Bohemia?
Do you want to hear the truth? Or should I praise it to high heaven?
The truth. You don't need to spare my feelings.
Then, all I can say is that this muddy hill is about the only thing I have seen in your country. And that does not make much of an impression on me. But there is still time. Perhaps I will have the good fortune to see more beautiful sights.
Why did you leave your country of birth?
That is a very personal question. And we are not that well acquainted yet. Forgive me, but I would rather not talk about it. Not now, at least.
Bom.
I'm new to the camp. Could you show me around? If you don't have too much work, that is.
Well, I suppose it will be all right. If I am not here for a while. At least I can practice your language. You use some strange phrases, you know? But that does not matter now. Let us go. So, as you have no doubt realized, this is my infirmary. One part for operating on the wounded, another for the sick, my alchemist bench, tub of water, nothing out of the ordinary. Come on, let us walk outside. I am sorry that I cannot show you more, but I am sure you understand that there is not much to see. One is almost ashamed to call it an infirmary. Do you not think?
That's true. I thought King Sigismund would take better care of his wounded
Pardon
men.
me.
Unfortunately for them, my friend, I suppose he has bigger problems than keeping his army healthy and fighting fit.
It's lucky he sent an expert like you here, though.
Was that praise or an insult? I cannot tell. I do not think it fortunate in any case. Someone with my knowledge, and all I do is treat diarrhea and broken bones?
A camp like this is a waste of your abilities. An uneducated orderly could take care of the handful of sick people here.
And you would like to take over from me? Hmm? I could find another job, though it is true that you do not seem to be any great sage. I suppose you do not know what a real infirmary should look like. But do not worry. There are more cheerful places in the camp.
Oh, Christ.
I'm sure something will take your fancy. This part of the camp is mainly for humans. So if you are looking for one, he will be either here or near the bathhouse. We will take a look there too. Do not worry. Over there is the pen where they used to have tournaments. Until the captains banned them. But that is a long story. Speaking of the captains here, do you know who's in charge overall?
I've no idea.
You should put that right there. What if you come across one of the commanders and bump into him by mistake? He might have your back flayed by a cane. I would not like to have to stitch you back together. The camp as a whole is run by Sir Grozav or Borumlaka. That is a village somewhere in Transylvania.
Careful.
As far as I know. He is an interesting man, I'm sure. But he has a lot of trouble with the camp. So he tends to be, as you say, grumpy. Then there are the Cumans, who are commanded in battle by Cheritan. You will not meet him very often. He often has meetings with the king himself, in Zedlets. He is not a very cheerful man, but he seems a fair-minded commander to me. And he is an outstanding archer, it seems. How about you and archery, my friend?
I don't want to boast, but I'm a pretty good archer. I would happily take on your Chertan.
Really? That sounds like a spectacle that I would perhaps even pay to watch. Perhaps. Although I successfully avoid weapons, I have to admit that archery is not just a skill. It is an art. Well, there is enough of that. What were we talking about?
You were telling me about the commanders here.
Ah, yes. The camp captains. As I said, Sir Grozav commands the camp. Chertan commands in battle. And the third one joined us a few weeks ago. Dietrich Katz, with his Prague artillery regiment. It is a pity you will not be staying for longer. Dietrich is good to talk to, if he is not drinking too much. And over there is our bathhouse. It is not a sight for sore eyes, my friend. I mean, the women, of course. Not this filthy place. Ah, a man should keep reminding himself that zina, what you call fornication, is a shameful deed, opening the road to other evils. By the way, what about you and women, my friend?
Takaroj!
What? Are you shy? Come now. As a physician, I am only concerned for your health. Physical and mental. You should find a good woman as soon as possible, and then marry her. And to do her what you see in her eyes. Our Lord Allah, Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, creates us in Paris and grants us love in
Tava demorando, né, chat? Uma hora e pouco sem crachá.
Sha!
That's a pretty gushy.
I'm telling you, ain't I? Your men smashed all my pictures. And on top of that, they drank nearly a whole barrel of wine. And poor Dorota had to flee to the woods from your savages. She's lucky she got away with her honor intact.
I see. We pay everything and punish very hard. Who was there?
How am I supposed to know their names? 5 of them there was. All in your uniforms.
Quiet
Your
now.
service, sir.
I only asking.
Like them drunks will tell you anything if you threaten them with a whipping.
They tell me.
Ah, there you are.
Henry? What are you doing here?
Zizka sent me. Is there somewhere we can talk? In private, I mean.
Oh, by Christ. Oh, you've come up with another plan, haven't you? Come. I know a place where nobody will disturb us.
Where's that?
Stop asking questions and start undressing.
Eita.
You want to talk here?
You said you wanted privacy, didn't you? If anyone sees us here, they'll think you're just another customer. And relax a bit. You're as stiff as if you were waiting to be branded.
All right. But you could have warned me.
Come now, Henry. Don't say you've never had your back scrubbed by a woman.
I have, yeah, but... It's just different with you. It feels a bit weird. After all we've been through together.
Oh, come now. You don't have to be bashful in front of me. Even about what I think I see in that tub.
Well, the water is pretty cold.
Of course it is. So, tell me quickly what you're doing here before you shrivel up entirely in the
Qual foi,
water.
Henry?
You say Zizka sent you.
That's right. It's about von Bergov's cannon and the Praggers who have it. I hear they're going to move it to Sedlec.
Aye, they have it. What of it?
We want to steal it on the way.
Have you all gone mad? Do you know how dangerous that is?
I know. That's why Zizka sent me here. I'm supposed to infiltrate the Praggers and make sure everything goes smoothly.
So what do you need me for?
Information.
Tentando imitar The Witcher 3? Não necessariamente.
When are the Praggers going to take the cannon to Sedlec?
That's what you're supposed to find out, isn't it? But it looks like they got held up for some reason. Sometimes I hear them complaining they should have been long gone by now.
Who's in charge here?
That's a pretty complicated question. But in a nutshell, there are 3 main captains here. They run the whole camp. Sigismund is holed up in Sedlec with his toadies and doesn't take much of an interest in what's going on here. The Cumans are under the command of a fellow called Chertan. Then there is Grozaf, who runs the camp. And then there are the Praggers, led by Dietrich Katz.
Saudade de jogar Witcher 3, viu? Eu também tava com saudade, aí eu comecei a jogar do zero e me deu preguiça. Acho que eu matei o grifo e foi isso.
What is this Chertan like?
He's the commander of all the Cumans who marched into Bohemia. Sigismund officially gives the orders, of course, but it's Chertan they listen to. I've met him a couple of times. He's a tough fella. But his soldiers are loyal to him.
Who's this Grossav?
He's in charge of everything here. He's a nobleman. But don't expect him to act like one. They say he ran out debts and fell out with half the royal court. So Sigismund hauled him away here instead of taking him to Sedlitz. Watch out for him. You know how it is. The worse off a man is, the pushier he gets.
Tô com preguiça ultimamente de jogar qualquer coisa, mas tenho saudade de jogar alguma coisa. Agora mesmo, desde que voltei do mercado, estou olhando pra Steam e não abro poxa nenhuma. Ah, vai ver é só
This
cansaço,
Pats.
cara.
Who is he?
He's in charge of the Prague Artillery Regiment. You should know him, in fact. It was him and his men who attacked Nabakov that time.
That Horson who nearly killed us all.
Calm down. You'll get your revenge soon enough.
Where's the cannon now?
In the upper part of the camp where all the local captains have their tents. They've put up a palisade around the entire hilltop. And the guard at the gate doesn't let just anyone in. And what's more, they say the whole camp's gunpowder store is there.
And you think it's in the storehouse there?
That's the only place it can be. I haven't seen it anywhere down here, but they won't let me into the upper part.
Do you know anything about the cannon?
Not much. I've heard they call it the Finger of God, and it costs a fortune, but that's all.
Do you have any idea how I could infiltrate the Praggers?
The best thing would be to join up. There are never enough men. But it won't be as easy as it might seem. They won't let you go up and see cats just like that. But down by the shooting range, you'll find a fella they call Crow. He's a corporal in the Praggers. You'll know him by his big black moustache. He's Katz's right-hand man. So I'd try my luck with him.
And once I've joined them, what next?
Find out when they're supposed to go to Sedlitz. And above all, why they're still here. And once you've got it sorted out with them and you're gonna all ride out with the cannon, I'll go straight to the Devil's Den and we'll get to work.
Será que rola? Será que rola?
Well, it all sounds pretty dangerous. If I say the wrong thing or someone recognizes me, the game will be up. I could do with a kiss for luck.
If you don't mess up, you'll have 1,000 kisses. But work before.
Vencemos, time.
Is there anything else you want to ask before we get started?
Do you know anything else about the Praggers that might come in handy?
Not really. They're artillerymen, as I said. And their pay is a lot better than the others. So they aren't too popular around here. That's all I know. They drink, play dice, and go to the baths just like all the others.
What's it like here? Should I be afraid?
Not really. But I wouldn't call it peaceful here. You know what it's like. Humans here, Prague's there. Couple of noblemen and a bunch of mercenaries who want to fill their purses. All hot-blooded and all hating each other. Apart from that, it's lovely.
Is there anything I should watch out for?
Your mouth, mostly. You know what you like. If you give the game away, you're a dead man. Just try and act normal. They get up to a lot of drinking, riding, and archery here. Now and then they fight like cats and dogs, but the captains have things under control for the moment. Although
what?
there's a rumor going round the soldiers that there's a spy here. At first, I was worried they were talking about me, but it seems not. Be careful.
That's all I need to know.
Get out of the water, then. You've been in there for ages. Though I have to admit you've scrubbed up nicely. Maybe I should wash you more often.
Yay.
As long as it's always free of charge.
Actually, there is something you could do to repay me. But that can wait. Enlist for service first, soldier.
Eita, time. Pera aí. Tem quest com ela? Tem quest com ela.
Well, do you have any news about what happened to Mandalina?
Oh, I hate it when I'm right. Instead of burying that fucking hag alive, they gave her house arrest somewhere in the countryside because they said her soul is ill. Oh!
Well, at least she won't hurt anybody anymore, right?
And how can you be so sure? What if it overwhelms her again? She grabs a knife and rips open some poor sleeping woman like a lamb!
I'm sure they'll hide the knives from her and lock the women up at night. They know very well what she did.
Damn it, Henry, don't be a fool. Oh, I still think I should have cut her throat.
Now she's maybe got away with it, but not for eternity.
For eternity. I'd enjoy the idea of her burning in hell if she were already there. She can still do more damage while she's alive. What would you say if I kept telling you to forget about Sigismund? About revenge?
But that's different. Sigismund is still here and hurting people. That helper of hers who really murdered those girls is out of the game. She can't manage it herself. She's not a threat to anyone.
But what if she is? If anybody else dies because of her, then it'll be my mistake. I'll be burning in hell with her.
I wouldn't worry about it that much. She got away with it because nobody realized what she was. That's not going to happen now.
Maybe you're right. At least, I hope so. And maybe when I find out where she is, and... It's not going to be so bad, eh? There's a solution for everything. And you helped me a lot with it, Henry. I have to reward you. Here. Take it.
Valeu.
You said you needed my help with something?
I do. It's just... Well, it's not easy to talk about, you know? Someone's been following me. I haven't actually seen anyone, but I can't help feeling someone staring at me all the time. And once, I even heard something.
What did you hear?
The other night, I was woken up by a man's voice. Like he was standing close by and whispering.
Do you think someone's found out who you are?
Judging by the mumbling, I reckon this is about something else entirely. But you never know what a creep like him might notice. I'd feel a lot better if you could get rid of him somehow.
Did you understand what the bloke was saying?
Not a word. It didn't sound like Czech.
What did it sound like? Polish? German?
Hungarian. You can't mistake their gibberish for anything else. I reckon it was some Cuman.
When did all this happen?
About 2 days ago. It was quite late at night. I haven't slept a wink since.
Has anything else strange happened?
No. Except maybe... I lost a shoe.
A shoe? Just one?
That's just what's so strange about it. If both went missing, I just think someone stole them. But one? What good is one of my shoes to anyone?
I could think of a few things.
Yuck.
Let's hope it's nothing serious. But we should find the bloke and have a word with him.
What do you plan to do?
If he really did steal your shoe, Mutt could track him down.
That's not a bad idea. But you'd have to give him something to get the scent.
O outro sapato.
You've got the other shoe, don't you? You can't walk around with one shoe on anyway. And Mutt's dependable.
It's not Matt I'm worried about. Just sort things out with a creep, that's all I care about.
If it is a Cuman, I could just go to his commander and tell him.
That might work. Chertan would take care of it. But it's dangerous. Say the wrong thing and you might give us away. You should be very careful.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. But now go. We both have work to do.
Tá bom.
Search.
I'm at your service, sir.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Greetings, Master Guard. What is it, boy? Is this where the shoe thief lives?
You'll wake up the whole farmstead.
You have a kind master, eh? Mutt?
De quem é essa tenda aqui? É sua? Não parece ser sua.
I'm sorry.
Tá desculpado. É ele mesmo.
That's Catherine's. So this is where the Cuman who won't leave her alone lives.
Cadê o cara? Eu acho que ele tá vindo pra cá.
Egy mosolyjal is beérném. Csak egyetlen mosoly.
So it's you. You're the human that keeps bothering the black-haired bath wench. You'll leave her alone. Got it?
Mi van? Nem értem.
What are you on about? You don't understand a word I say, do you? Bathhouse. Das Bad. Washing. Bathhouse wench. Woman. No watching. 9. Got that? Again?
Igen? Aha. A fürdős lány. Miért ne? Minek ütött bele az orrod? Igen. Szeretem.
Tô chonado em uma cadeira, mas é uma facada. Ou vou abrir meta quando eu abrir live. Ouvi dizer que funciona.
Why'd you do it anyway? You, woman, warum lucken? That bad. Keine Liebe.
Én szerelmes. Ő hajadon. Nicht Mann. Én erős, ő szép. So schön.
Look, ogling a girl is disgusting, but I get it. But why the hell did you steal her shoe? Das Boot. Steal. Warum?
Das Boot nekem, szuvenír. Szeretet.
Couldn't you have stolen her scarf, for Christ's sake?
Dizem que abrindo o live funciona. Ixi. Eita.
I know she shouldn't, but she's spoken for. Taken, see? Me and her. Ich and sie. Love. Große Liebe.
Mi? Szerelem? Du? Szerelmes vagy bele. Ezt nem tudtam. Nicht wissen. Bocsánat, sorry. Békén hagyom.
See how easily we came to an agreement?
E na hora de contar pra ela como que eu resolvi. Ah, não vai curtir minha solução não, eu acho. Arrumei.
I found the human who was stalking you. He's called Chakan, and I reckon you won't have any more trouble from him.
Oh, thank God. How did you convince him to stop?
I just told him a woman like you wouldn't waste her time with someone like him.
And he understood? Have you learnt Cuman? Or did you explain it with your fists? And what about my shoes?
Here they are. Both of them.
Thank God for that. I was afraid I'd have to steal someone else's. And Henry?
What?
Thank you. You're a good man. I owe you one.
Esse relógio aí tu nem conseguia ver, né? Esse aqui? Só um pouquinho da parte de baixo dele aqui. Mas assim, dava pra enxergar, tá ligado? Mas nítido só essa parte de baixo aqui.
Good boy. What now?
Greetings.
Good to see you.
Por exemplo, tivesse aqui à noite, tá ligado? E eu precisasse caminhar, assim eu não enxergava nada. Nada, nada, nada. O que eu tinha que fazer? Isso aqui. Pra enxergar a estrada, eu tinha que andar com a câmera assim. Tá ligado? Se você olhar os VODs, as gravações lá no YouTube, você vai ver que vai ter altas vezes que eu vou estar andando à noite com a câmera desse jeito. Olhando pro nada, mas na verdade eu tô olhando a estrada. Fato. É, o Robson tá ligado, pô. Ele acompanha direto. Viu ao vivo. Ah, tô tentando emboscar um acampamento. Aí para. Olha pro nada pra poder enxergar o acampamento com a parte boa.
But sir, that's what you said last time. And the time before that. And now I ain't no material to forge anything for you.
Vocês na live estavam vendo o jogo melhor do que eu. Vocês enxergavam mais do que eu.
But that's not true.
TV tá ali agora. Em cima da cômoda aqui.
At your service, sir.
Pra quando meu sobrinho vir pra cá, ele poder jogar videogame. Aí não ficar ocupando a televisão da sala. Que vai ser da TV agora, então. Vai ser pro meu sobrinho jogar videogame quando ele vir pra cá. Meu sobrinho, minha sobrinha. Ela também gosta de jogar videogame de vez em quando.
What can I do for you?
Eu deixei pra eles.
Would you repair a few things for me? Let's talk about the price.
Huh. Very well.
Do we have a deal?
You won't convince me with this. What a shame. I'm done haggling with you. Excellent. You made a fine...
What do you have for sale?
Thank you, sir. And come again.
Someone's been pampering this horse.
Carpinteiro aqui. Parece que sim. Não é você.
What'll it be this fine morning?
What do you have for sale?
Nothing to your liking, sir? Jesus Christ be praised. G'day. Good morning to you.
Are you the one they call Crow?
I'm only Crow to good friends, or strangers who want to punch in the gob. Which group do you belong to?
Well, neither, I reckon. But I hope that'll change. I want to join your regiment.
You and a dozen other ne'er-do-wells. I've had fellas pestering me ever since Radovan let slip that we get double the pay. Go and ask Lord Borumlaka, I mean. He's been taking on all kinds of mercenaries. You'll fit in better with his rabble.
Oh, that'd be a waste of my talents.
Oh, really? How's that?
Didn't you see me fight Zavish von Garbov recently? It made a big splash.
I don't have time for that kind of thing. But the men mentioned it in the bathhouse, that's true. Defeating an experienced knight like Zavish is no mean feat. But the answer's still no.
Ah, qual é?
I fought in the tournament put on by the Kuttenberg City Council. Maybe you've heard of me. I did pretty well.
We're a long way from the city and news travels slow.
Tá bom. Sou ferreiro.
I'm a blacksmith. That's useful, isn't it? You're bound to need stuff hammered straight or sharpened all the time.
Aye, we need that. God knows we do. But that doesn't mean we have to let you join up, does it?
Oh, damn it, is that still not enough for you? What more do you want?
For you to stop hassling me. You're a bit pushy for my liking. It's a bit suspicious.
É nada.
I want to serve the king, is all. Sigismund should take things in hand here and impose order, since Wenceslas isn't capable of it.
Interesting. Most people in these parts have other ideas.
Only I'm not most people. Please. Just give me a chance.
All right. We lost a couple of men.
Ele literalmente mandou minha mãe disse que eu não sou todo mundo.
I'll go and see Katz, our commander. He'll know what to do with you.
Who the fuck are you?
My name's Henry, sir, and I want to enlist.
So you turn up and expect us to drop to our knees in awe? Crow, why did you let this fucker in?
I thought you might want to take a look at him. The lad said he fought Zavish and gave him what for.
Well, if that's true, but we'll have to try you out first in any case. I have this issue here.
Ah, you're not going on about that stupid charter again, are you? How many more men will you send to find it?
As many as it takes. Don't tell me you're not fed up with being stuck here. So, this is your test, Henry. Either you come back as one of us, or you don't come back at all. What do you say?
You should probably go.
Well, that depends. The harder the work, the higher the price.
Christ, he'll fit right in. He hasn't lifted a finger yet, and he already wants his pay.
If he helps us get out of here, he can have mine as well.
Listen up, then. Some of our men have gone missing. 7 of them. And with them a wagon with horses, to be precise. They had a very important cargo they were supposed to take to Sedlitz, but they never arrived there.
It seems they were last seen somewhere between Miskovitz and Rabstein. But that was ages ago. Christ knows where they might be now.
Hang on, why would they go past Miskovitz? That's not on the way to Sedlitz.
That's what I don't understand. But you can ask them if you find them.
Do you think someone ambushed them?
It's possible. The locals aren't too fond of us.
I don't give a shit what happened to them. They could have been eaten by squirrels for all I care. I just want that painted chest they were carrying. There's a very important charter in it, and we need it back. Got that?
Uh-huh.
What if there's more than one charter? I need to know what's written on it.
Nothing a yokel like you would understand. If there's more than one, just bring me all of them.
And what should I do when I find these fellas?
What do you think? Free them if someone's holding them. Bury them if they're dead. Kill them if they've deserted.
What, take down 7 men by myself?
Do you want to be a fucking soldier or not? All right then. If things get tough, come and see me and we'll sort it out somehow.
Não, não, eu mato o Seth.
And is that all you know? What do these fellas look like? Do they have any friends in these parts? Anything at all?
Well, there is one thing. Mishek, one of those 7, came back.
And you're only telling me this now? So question him, and we'll know what's going on, won't we?
Go ahead and try it yourself, genius.
Mishek was brought back on a cart. Some peasant found the poor bloke unconscious on the road and brought him here. He's been in the infirmary since then. But you can stop by, maybe the Sawbones will be able to tell you something. His name is Musa.
And let me tell you, you ain't never seen a man like Musa before.
All right, I think I understand. Find the men and bring back the charter.
So what are you standing here for? Do you want my blessing for the road?
Uh-huh.
Don't worry, sir. You can rely on me. Consider it done.
Hergott, lad. You're pretty sure of yourself.
A bit too sure, if you ask me.
Isn't it just? You know what? Go and see the captain of the mercenaries who serve here. Some extra work will do you good. He'll go and requisition some supplies with him. And with a bit of luck, you'll get us something to eat without us having to torch another village. Now go. And don't get yourself killed, all right?
Tá bom. Rapaziada, já bateu 10 horas. E eu vou me despedir de vocês por aqui. Muito obrigado a todos que acompanharam hoje, que colaram aí. Valeu pelo apoio de vocês mais uma vez para a gente conseguir esse monitor. Tá fazendo a diferença. Gritante. Perceptível. E é isso, rapaziada. Uma boa noite a todos. Fiquem com Deus e até amanhã. Tá cedo? Tá nada, filho. Tá nada, filho. Tem que dormir. Amanhã é quarta-feira ainda. Vou mandar vocês lá pro Guinness. E eu fico por aqui. Valeu, rapaziada. Fui.